Welcome, Wargamers. Josh back to bring you another Age of Sigmar War of the Realms bat rep. Today I'm here with Denny,
Hello.
who has come all the way up from North Carolina, right?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Very cool. Bringing a sweet-looking Sylvaneth army that I'm terrified of, even before it hits the battlefield. So, talk real quick, Denny. Like, what's your experience level with Age of Sigmar? You've played around for a little while now.
Yeah, I've played for probably about a year now, on and off. But recently, I've been teaching people how to play Age of Sigmar since the new rule came out with the General's Handbook.
Yep, I'm loving the General's Handbook was one of the favorite Games Workshop products of the last. I don't know how many years. Like they've done a really kind of spectacular job. Oh, yeah. I liked Age of Sigmar before, but it was tough to film because it was a little bit too open play. But now with the General's Handbook, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm going to try running Death again because I'm trying to mix it up, play something different other than just my Fire Slayers. And I keep calling them mine. Like I've taken control of them. They're studio Fire Slayer guys. They're not actually mine to paint and do what I want with. But I love that army. But yeah, the chubby babies aren't going to be making an appearance in this game. I'm going to try to run Death. I've been playing around with doing some more summoning stuff, so nice. We'll see how that goes. Let's check it out. Starting off with the super sweet looking Sylvaneth army. I am partially in love with this, especially that model. Okay, so run us through. What do you got in your army, Danny?
Alrighty, well let's start off with the pretty princess. It's a L'Oreal, the Ever Queen, my general.
How many points is she? She's
620.
Okay, so enough.
Yeah,
I think that's literally twice as much as what Arcan is.
Yeah.
So let's see if she gets twice as much work done. I know she will. What else we got in the army?
To her right, or my right, we've got Drycha. She's like the bipolar angry tree lady. Has a bunch of bees.
Not the bees?
Not the bees. And she has her magic. Actually rolled for all of them. So she has Tree Song. My other casters basically all have Tree Song except for Alariel, who has Dwellers Below.
Yep. Dwellers pretty scary. And then over this way?
We have got an Ancient Tree Lord.
Now, it normally has the staff, but the sword looks cooler.
Yeah, of course.
And so I'm totally cool with using that, because I actually kind of agree. I like how that model looks. And then in front of the Tree Lord Ancient?
He also has the, it's a gem that makes him transport once a game within 4 inches on a table of any enemy unit or anywhere.
Now, that's not the, doesn't have to be so close to a wildwood or anything like that? He
just no, it's just a one-time use.
Okay, so. And he's going to be more than 4 away?
Yeah, he just has to be 4 inches away from any enemy units, but he can transport himself on the board. Pretty
spooky. I assume Alariel's the general of the army as well? Okay. And then in front of the Tree Lord, we've got?
Kurnoth Hunters with the scythes. There's also another unit of Kurnoth Hunters with the bows.
Yep. And then the last hero you got in the middle there?
Branch Wraith.
Or which? I can never remember. The branch what?
The Branch Wraith.
Okay, and then we got, what, 2 units of Dryads?
2 10-man units of Dryads. And then last but not least, we've got the Tree Revenants.
Very cool. And that's 2,000 points on the dot?
Yes, 2 on the dot.
Moving over to the Death Army, taking a look at what I'm going to be fielding today. Start with the battle line, we've got 2 units of 20 skeletons. Over here, I've got 10 zombies. Now, Steve still has a monopoly on the only banner bearer in the office, but do you know what's better than a banner? This guy with a really long femur. I don't know what that's the femur of, but that's my battle standard bearer. Eat your heart out, Steve. Behind that, we have got a corpse cart. General of my army is Arcan the Black. I've got a Necromancer, as well as a Necro Sphinx. And as far as items, the only thing I'm going to have here is the Necromancer is going to have the gem. That also leaves me with 680 points worth of summoning. This is the board we're going to be playing on today. We're going to do Blood and Glory. I feel like I haven't done this scenario in a little while. So there's going to be 4 objectives. There's one over in the center of this little quadrant. 2.
Got one right here.
1 underneath. And then 1 over that way as well. The way it works is, starting in the 3rd battle round, if you control all 4, you win. The way you control is having more models within 6 than the enemy at the end of your movement. And other than that, the way it works at the end of the game is whoever controls the most objectives is going to win. And if we need a tiebreaker after that, it comes down to whoever killed the most points. Now, you control an objective until the enemy takes it away, so you are free to move off of these as well. Armies are deployed on the board. So I've got zombies over here, grabbing that objective. Some skeletons. Got the necromancer hiding back here. Arcan. I've got my necrosphinx and my corpse cart. And then more skeletons over here on that objective. So I go across the board. I'm looking at dryads, taking that objective. I've got the Tree Lord Ancient right there. Hunters, the branch wraith, witch. The witch what? And then we've got the Alariel. More hunters. And then dryads over here grabbing that objective. And then these are the revenants.
3 revenants.
Okay, perfect. Now, I did finish deploying first, so I will opt to go first. So we're going to move on to Death, turn 1. Hero phase, we're going to start off with Arcane the Black using his command ability to give all spellcasters in his bubble an additional plus 6 inch on range, which is pretty handy. I think we're going to start with Arcane casting as well. I'm going to throw a Mystic Shield up on him. So I'm at a total of plus 2 to cast, plus an additional 1 because of the corpse cart there. So basically, show me anything. He gets it. Second spell, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do a summoning spell. I'm going to try to summon a Morngul, because I think I need a Morngul right now. With all my bonuses, this is going to be a 6 to cast. Got it.
Ooh.
We'll summon with the Morngul to threaten this side of the board over here. Next up, as far as casting goes, I get the Necromancer here. I'm going to go for a Van Hells over onto my Necrosphinx. But of course, that's cheating. I can't do that because it targets specific things. So we'll do it on the Skeletons looking for a 6 to cast. And they've got Van Hells off, which means they can pile in and attack twice. Probably not going to come up, but I might as well.
Never know.
As far as my movement goes, I'm going to start off with the Necrosphinx. Fortune favors the bold. I was thinking about being conservative with this, but nah. We're going to move 12. We're going to run for another 4. Right up to there, I think Denny's just realizing now how quick and aggressive those Necrosphinxes can be. Because I want to try to kill that Tree Lord Ancient, because, well, Gwyn's a jerk. I need some revenge. Next up, Skeletons on the right flank are going to run 4 plus another 5 for a 9-inch move. Trucking up the board. I'm going to do the same thing with the other unit of Skeletons over here. So 4-inch move plus another 4 for 8 inches total. Alright, that's going good so far. Let's try to be a little cheeky. We're going to send the Necromancer up. So going to run an additional 4 inches. Jumping the Necromancer into terrain. Yeah, Arcan's going to go ahead and run. 16 plus another 4 for a 20-inch move. Taking off over here. I'm going to try to push hard on this flank. See if I can't collapse it. Last thing to move in the army is going to be the Corpse Cart. Going to move 4 plus another 2 for a 6-inch move.
He's tired.
Death Army's moved aggressively up the board. Now we're going to go on to the shooting phase. Okay, shooting phase is done. Right into charges. Necrosphinx is going to declare a charge. For those that aren't familiar, I definitely did run him, but I can still run and charge, and I actually must declare a charge if I'm within 12. So, ideally I want to hit that Tree Man Ancient. What's that distance there?
You are looking at a little over 9 inches, so 10 inch.
Okay. Yeah, about 9.5 inches away, so going to show a 9 here on the 2 highest dice. Oh! Ooh. There's an 8 and not quite getting it.
Whew!
That failed charge, that's actually it for the Death Army. I'm not going to bother trying to charge anything else. So we're going to go right on to Sylvaneth. Turn 1. Okay. Moving over to the hero phase now. Where do we want to start?
We'll start with the Branch Witch.
Okay.
She's going to cast the Tree Song, which is the Wildwood, and move it. And I'm going to cast it with my Tree Lord Ancient in it, which he can.
Okay.
And it casts on a 7.
So looking for a 7.
Get it with an 8.
And I don't have anything nearly close enough to unbind, so you get it.
Okay.
Alrighty, so how far is it going to
go? Wildwood is going to move 3 inches, and I'm going to move it that way.
Alrighty. And that just takes the whole thing with it?
Yeah, and anytime you cast magic on it, it activates it. So any enemy units within 3 inches take D3 mortal wounds.
Cool. Scratch that. I'm a big jerk, and I think I ruined Denny's plans. Taking a look at the spell, because the way I'm looking at it is it's talking about the Sylvaneth Wildwood, which is the unit of Citadel trees.
Yes.
And since Alariel's not fully within there... Now, knowing all that, would you have not had her fully within? Because I'm fine.
I probably would have moved her over an inch.
Bump her over. It's the same difference.
Okay, well, you're already up there in my face.
I'm the one holding the camera, so it's okay.
You can't stop me.
And that's what it's all looking like. On to some casting now. The Ancient's going to go for a Arcane Bolt onto my Necrosphinx. So you show 5.
Yep.
That's a 4, so you're going to get no matter what you roll.
Yep.
Yeah. So D3 mortal wounds onto him.
1.
Uno. Brings my Necrosphinx down to 11 wounds remaining. The only thing else you can really cast is your Mystic Shield, right?
Yep. Boss Lady's going to cast it on the Kurnoth Hunters.
Now, any bonuses for casting for her? Or?
No.
Okay, so you're just looking for a 6 then.
Get it.
It's the end of the hero phase, unless you've got a command ability you want to use.
Let's
what
see.
Is
Battle
Alariel's?
Shock.
You're going to make something into Battle Shock?
Yeah.
Which unit?
Let's go with the Dryads.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Start of the movement phase, going to activate the Tree Lord Ancient's artifact and take off. Now, this is a once per game teleport,
yes,
right?
Yes, it's the Moonstone of the Hidden Ways. So what that is once a game, instead of moving, the bearer in the movement phase, remove them from the battlefield, place them anywhere more than 4 inches from an enemy model.
And does that count as the movement for the turn,
yes.
too? Okay. Tree Lord Ancient, and I'm right behind my big skeleton unit on my right flank there. Next up, movement phase. We've got the...
These are the Tree Revenants, and what I'm going to do is they have way pipes. And what that is I can play the pipes in the movement phase, and I can walk the Spirit Paths, and I remove them from play, and then so that all models are either within the Wildwood in the corner or on a table edge, but they have to be 9 inches away from an enemy model. So I'm going to actually set them up behind you.
Tree Revenant showing up on the left flank over here behind Arcane the Black and the zombies. Next up, we've got the Hunters over here going to run. Not like in the Morgul that's looking at them.
Not at all.
Alright, so they got, what, a base 5-inch move?
5-inch move, plus another 4 for 9.
Hunter's moving over this way. Alariel now deciding where she wants to go.
She's going to go over towards your Sphinx.
Gonna run or just advance?
Just advance. She has a 16-inch movement and she flies, so she can just hop right over my guys.
Jumping up right over here. Alariel's going for it.
Fortune favors the bold.
Move over to the shooting phase now. We've got the Kurnoth Hunters going to put shots into the Necrosphinx.
Mm-hmm.
What are you hitting on?
So, normally I'm hitting on 4s,
Okay.
but the white dice is my champion. He hits on 3s.
Perfect. Let's see what you get.
Alrighty.
These are all wounding on 3s?
Correct. 1.
1 wounding hit. Any Ren?
-1.
-1 Ren. So I'm going to get a 5-up save at least. Nope.
Cool. D3 mortal wounds, or D3 wounds.
D3 wounds?
3.
So that gets rounded, it gets halved and then rounded up to 2.
Okay.
Alariel's got a shot as well, hitting on 3s.
Yes, 1 shot, hitting on 3s.
Wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s. Yes.
And what's the rend on it?
It is -2.
-2, so I'm on a 6-up save.
D6
nope.
wounds.
Okay, roll it up.
Alright.
So it's going to go 3. Necrosphinx is already down to 6 wounds.
Woot woot.
Time to declare some charges. We're going to start with Alariel charging into the
Charging.
Necrosphinx.
You need to show at least a 4. Got it with
Yep.
a 6.
So in she goes.
Alrighty.
Ending up right in front of the Necrosphinx there. Next we're going to have the Tree Lord Ancient declare charge into the skeletons.
Needs a show of 4. With a 6, got it.
In he goes.
Yeah. Just gonna go right here.
Last up, the Tree Revenant's going to show a 9 to make it in, but you get to reroll one of these dice if you choose.
Yeah, they have an ability where I get to any phase, I can choose 1 die, so I'm going to use it now.
Okay.
5.
Here,
Alright, I
roll
need
that.
a 4. Nope.
I'm not making it in. Got 2 fights to take care of. Which one do you want to do first?
I think I know which one. I think we'll go with Alariel.
Starting off with Alariel swings. What's swinging first?
Well, let's start off with the Talon of Dwindling.
Okay.
And it's 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, no rend, 1 damage.
Do it right here. Go
Okay.
for 3s.
Okay, and 4s now.
Yep.
All right, 2 wounds.
2 wounding hits, and I got my 4-up save. They're there. Next, what's swinging?
Beetle.
The beetle itself?
Yep.
This got crazy. You said like 5 damage or something?
Yeah, what it is if she's not wounded, it's 5 attacks.
Yep.
Normally they hit on 4s, but if it's more than 5 models, you hit on 3s. And then wound on 3s. And it's -2 rend, so you have a good chance of getting it through, and it's 5 damage. So it's a lot.
Pretty spooky. Okay, let's roll them up here. So you're looking for 4s to hit?
Looking at 3s to hit, force wound. I'm sorry. 3s to hit.
3s to hit, okay.
Okay, so I've got 3.
Scratch that. It was 4s to hit, but you got 3 hits anyways.
Yeah.
Now you're looking for 3s to wound.
Yes.
Got them backwards for a second there.
Ready?
Roll low. Please roll low.
I did.
Okay. So there's only one. -2 rend.
-2.
So looking for a 6-up save. There it is.
Ugh.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. As much as I want to swing back with this right away, I got to go over to the skeletons first. My skeletons here are going to pile in, see if we can't chop this Tree Lord Ancient down to size. Keep in mind, guys, with all the skeletons, I always run them with sword and board. So I've got 7 that are able to swing, because I've got 20 walls, they each get 2 attacks, and then I've got the champ in. Don't have a death here close enough by to get the bonus, so I'm looking for just 4s and 4s.
Average.
4s to wound, let's do some damage to you. Get a couple. That one's definitely cocked, so re-roll it. Nope, it's a fail now. Looking at 3-up saves.
Yes, sir. Boss.
Passing them all. Tree Lord Ancient now, swinging sweeping blows, looking for 3s and 3s.
3s and 3s.
Alrighty.
2.
2 hits so far.
2 wounds. -1 rend.
-1 rend, so I get no save. Yep. D6 damage each.
10.
10 dead Skeletors. It's 10 dead. Now we get the staff.
Yep, the tendril staff.
Okay, so you're looking for what? 3s to hit?
3s to hit. 2s to wound. Nope.
There we go. Forgot the stomp, but I didn't do any damage to you.
So it didn't matter.
Yeah, it comes up in the wash. Necrosphinx time. Start off with the talons. I am damaged, but I still get 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. And then these are wounding on 3s. If I show 2 6s, then it's 10 mortal wounds in addition to anything else. Nope, that is 3 wounding hits at -3 rend.
Okay, so I got a 6-up save.
Okay.
For none.
For none, and they are 3 damage apiece.
Oh, man.
3 attacks now with the stone claws. These are looking for 4s and 3s. So only 1 hit. 1 wound, -1 rend, 1 damage.
So 4-up save. I'm good.
Venom Spike Tail now, 3s and 3s. It hits. It wounds. This is at a -2 rend, D3 damage.
5 up. Nope. How much?
So how much damage am I going to do? For another 3.
Whew.
Down to 4 wounds remaining. It's the end of the combat phase now, so Battle Shock. Bravery 10 on the skeletons, but I still managed to lose 10 of them. So how many are going to flee? 3. I hate you guys. Down to 7 models remaining. Quick little sweep of the battlefield to show you what's going on. So I still control 2 objectives. Denny still controls 2 objectives. Hopefully you can take that one away soon back there. Big fight in the middle of the board. We're going to roll off the all-important roll to see who's going to go first in the second battle round. I think we both want to go first. So we'll start off. Death is going to roll a 3.
Yeah!
4 for the Sylvaneth. Hero phase. We're going to do the healing for Lariel first so we can get that out of the way.
Yep.
You automatically heal D3.
Yep.
And then you get the...
Soul Anamorphe?
Amorphe? Yeah. I gotta read it to see what it says.
Oh, Games Workshop and your words.
Yeah. So you're going to pick the one that heals D3 wounds anyways.
Oh, of course,
what you roll. So we're going to heal 2D3.
2D3. 3.
Okay, so you're back up to, what, 7?
Yep.
Time to do some casting now. We're going to go Arcane Bolt from Lariel into the Necrosphinx, casting on a 5.
Yes.
Get it. D3 mortal wounds.
3.
3. So I'm just going to end up taking 2, so I'm down to 4. Trying for a Mystic Shield on herself, needing a 6 to cast. Failing it. Then gonna cast Metamorphosis. Cast on a 5, and if it goes off, we'll explain what it does.
Yeah. So it goes off, and because you can't unbind it, it's 7, so I take 7 dice, and I roll them. For every 4 up is a mortal wound.
Okay. 4 ups to cause mortal wounds to that Necrosphinx.
Here we go. A lot more than I expected.
Okay. So 5, which is gonna end up doing 3, because it gets halved. I'm down to 1.
Alright. I'll move it.
That is it for your casting. What about command ability? What do you want to use?
I think I'm just going to immune to battle shock the unit of dryads to my left.
Alrighty. On to movement now. We've got this unit of hunters here going to move up.
5 inches.
Alrighty. Off they go. And those are the ones, yeah, with the staffs.
Yeah.
Because the bow stays still. Do you get a bonus for keeping the bow still or no?
The bonus, they would just get their hero, or the champion would still get the +1 to hit.
Okay, but there's no, yeah, you can still move and shoot at full effect.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. End of movement phase, Dryche is going to pop up right there.
Yes. Completely forgot about her. Thank you for reminding me.
No problem. Sorry, it wasn't quite the end of the movement phase there. The Revenant's going to move up.
Yep, 5 inches.
Going to threaten the Necromancer.
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
And now it's shooting.
Could be bad, but we'll see how this goes. Shooting now, Kurnoth Hunters going to put shots over into the skeletons. Same thing, you're hitting on 4s, except for the whites or 3s.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then they wound on 3s.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, let me reroll that scar. Okay.
So we got 4 wounding hits, and there's a rend on this?
-1.
Okay, and how much damage are they each? 2?
E3.
D3 each?
Yep.
Alright, roll it up, see how much damage is, and I'm only going to get the death save out of that.
5.
6 damage caused onto the skeletons, and I'm looking for 6s to save them. For no help. Next is the Doom Tendril Staff on the Tree Lord Ancient.
Yes, I won't forget him this time.
Hitting on
2s.
2s?
2s. 3s. Nope.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Should have rolled this at the beginning, but we're going to see if Dryche is enraged or embittered.
Enraged. Embittered. Embittered.
Dryche is going to go ahead and use the Squirmlings.
Yeah. Just the one, because I don't want to throw all the bees at my own people. So,
Yep.
I'm looking for a 3 for a mortal wound.
Yep, there's the mortal wound, and big guy goes down.
Woo!
Alariel is safe. Right over to combat now because, well, there's nothing for you to be able to charge. So swinging off. Okay, 4 up first of all for the stomp.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
-1 to hit.
Skeletons have been stomped. And now you're swinging with the talons.
Sweeping blows.
Okay.
Yep. So it's 3s and 3s.
Yep.
-1 rend. Alrighty. He's 1.
And just d6 damage.
D6. 1.
Uno. Okay, so you killed off 1 Skeletor so far.
Yep.
And then you've got the staff.
Massive paling talons.
Oh yeah, the talon.
So 3 up, 2 up, 1 damage. Hits, wounds, 1 damage. 2 rend.
Bloop. 5 skeletons left to attack, including the champ for 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Sorry, 5s, because they got stomped. And then I'm looking for 4s. So that's 3 wounding hits, and you get your 3 up save as standard.
3 up save. 1 wound goes through, so I'm down to 11.
Yeah. That's the end of combat. Didn't lose enough to have to take a battle shock test there. So we're going to move on to death turn 2. First things first, in the hero phase, I'm going to get D6 models back with that unit.
Nice.
3. D6 models back on the skeleton unit over here. 2. You know what, I should have rolled battle shock. What did I lose? 6 here?
6.
Okay. So
5
5 or 6 for me to lose models. Okay, I would have lost 2, so I'm going to just take away the 2 that I got back there, and everything balances back out. Arcane will use his command ability to increase the range of spells again. We'll start off by putting a Mystic Shield onto Arcane. Pretty well whatever to cast.
Yeah,
I get it.
Can't stop it.
Getting a total of +3 to cast spells. Second spell, I'm going to go ahead and cast. I'm going to try to summon up some Morghast. It might be a terrible idea. I should probably summon more small units, but heh, what you gonna do? I need to show a 3 to be able to cast this. And getting it. Summoning them up right over here to stare down Alarielle, because I want to try to kill her. Leaves me with not enough points left to summon. So what am I going to do with my Necromancer? I think I'm just going to go for a bolt onto the unit there. Getting +1 to cast because I have the corpse cart nearby.
Yep, I can't stop it.
And D3. And they're single wound each, right?
Yeah. 2 guys. So we'll take the banner guy and just a normal dude.
That's it for the hero phase, so let's go right on to movement. This Morngul is moving up close enough to try to get a charge off against these Dryads. Any up there being within 3 of the Dryads.
Bye, Dryads.
Next up, Arcan is going to run 16 plus another 3 for a 19-inch move total. Ending him up like so. Next we're going to have the Skeletons run 4 plus another 6 for a 10-inch move. Skeletons moving up to do what skeletons do. Zombies are just going to advance over towards the Revenants. Corpse Cart, going to do much the same. He's just going to kind of come around the corner there. Trying to get within that 3-inch charge. You know what? Necromancer's going to do the same thing. Move up. Because I've got the book for the -1 to hit, so.
Ah, okay.
Right on to charges. Morghast going to declare a charge. They got to show a 9, but I roll 3d6 for their charge.
You got it.
In they go. Morngul here going to charge. Yeah, he's in. Whatcha? Necromancer will charge. Necromancer is in. I'll do the Corpse Cart next. Nope, Corpse Cart's not getting in. But the zombies, yeah, they're able to get in and help. Brains. Do they have brains? Branches. Sending them in like so. Right onto combat. The big one, I'm gonna have the Morngul swing. Or sorry, the Morghast swinging into Alarielle.
You sure you don't want to do somebody else's swing first?
No, I think we'll just get them out of the way because no big deal over here. Swinging in 5 attacks each, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Oh, it's right. Garbage roll. There's only 3 there. You get -1 to your save, so your 3 up goes to a 4 up.
4 up.
Okay.
Don't you know you're not supposed to beat women anyway?
Yeah, so you're going to take a total of 4 damage there.
Oh, man.
Back down to 3. That would have been you dead if... Object going to swing with the Tree Revenants next. So we've got 2 able to attack the Necromancer.
Yes.
They're hitting on 5s because of the gem.
Yep.
Giving you -1 to hit.
1.
Okay. And what are you wounding on?
Wounding on 3s. 1.
So it is a wounding hit. Let's see if I can, because that goes through my armor. On a 6, because I am death, I'm just going to ignore that. And there it is.
Ignored.
And then the
Glaive, he gets 2 attacks hitting on 5s.
1 hit into the
Wounding
zombies.
on 3s. Nope.
Fails to wound. Go over here, attack with the Morngul next, because I want to keep him as fresh as possible. I'm hitting on 3s. 6 to hit lets me make an additional swing, which is fail anyways. Wounding you on 3s. And the way these work is it's -2 rend, 2 damage each.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Guys go. So that's the unit.
There's the unit dead. Alrighty. Technically the end of the turn I'd grab it, but we're just going to get that out of the way now, so this is a death objective. Over here to swing with the Tree Man Ancient next.
Sweeping blows, 3s and 3s.
2 hits.
2 hits.
There's the wound.
1.
1 wounding hit, and just D6
D6 damage. 6. I'm rolling the 6s, aren't I?
Getting pretty good rolls, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Next up, the Impaling Talon.
3s. Nope.
Still holding that objective.
Yes.
Skeleton's getting ready to swing in now. Looking for 4s to hit. And a missed with everything.
Yay.
You guys doing your job, you're holding in there. Over here, Talent of Dwindling, you got 4 attacks.
Yes,
it's 4s and 3s?
3s and 4s.
3s and 4s.
3s to hit. Okay.
And 4s to wound.
4s to wound. 1.
1 wounding hit.
End.
So I'm going to get just a 4-up save. And there it is. Swing with the beetle now. 4s to hit.
4s to hit.
So 2 hits. And then 3s to cause wounds.
1, 2
1
damage. No, 2 rend.
2 rend. So I get a 6-up save. I made it.
Alrighty.
I don't know how I get these lucky clutch save rolls of 6. Time to swing over here. Necromancer Staff. 4s to hit. Nope. Zombie time. I'm going to go ahead and just pile them all. Because he can get a little bit closer there. He can get in to be able to make his swings. So I'm going to have 1 zombie not able to swing. Actually, no. This is closer here. 9 attacks from these zombies. So I'm looking at 4s to hit right now because it's normally 6s, but there's 10 or more models. Gets me to 5, and then the corpse guard is close by. 4s to hit.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I missed 1. And then 5s to wound.
Wow.
That's still a really, really good roll. So there are 4 saves you're going to have to make there.
5-up save because there's no rend. And 3 die, and that's the unit.
Rolling for the end of combat. Any 6s, I get an additional zombie. Nope. Didn't manage to turn any of the trees into zombies. Over here to Battle Shock, because I think, yeah, that was the last combat. So see if the skeletons take off. I lost 6, so I'm going to lose d6 minus 4. That's the unit. Okay, so at the end of this turn, Sylvaneth have managed to capture this objective over here, and I've managed to capture the objective over here with the Morngul. So we're each holding 2 objectives as we move on to turn 3. Now it's time for the big roll to see who's going to go first in the 3rd battle round. I really want to because I might be able to kill L'Oreal. Death is going to roll a 4 and 1 for the Sylvaneth, so it's going to go on to Death, turn 3. Starting off in the hero phase, Arcane the Black is going to use his command ability to increase the range of spells, and I will immediately throw an Arcane Bolt at L'Oreal. Getting +3 to cast total to this.
I can't stop that.
She's got 3 wounds left. Yeah, because there's no way you can unbind because I rolled essentially a 13 or something goofy. D3 mortal wounds to her. There's the 3 mortal wounds.
Oh, that's it. She's
and
gone.
L'Oreal is dead.
No.
Oh, I was so nervous for that. Then Arcane's going to try to throw up Mystic Shield onto himself. And getting it.
I think I can. I have my branch Wraith, but I don't think he's in Guardian.
Again, I'm getting like a total of plus. I think only +2 to cast, so yeah, you still can't beat it.
I can't. No, I'm not even in range.
I think that will be it for my casting. We're going to move right into movement, I guess. Let's start off with. I'm going to run these zombies 4 plus another 4. Up they go. I'm going to send the Necromancer to run 5 plus another 3. Back into the puddle. Corpse Cart going to run 4 plus another 3. Consolidating over to kind of hold this corner a bit better. Morngul will run 12. Actually, do I want to run? Well, let's measure some ranges first. Scratch that, nowhere close. So Morngul's going to run 12 plus another 5 for a 17-inch move. Next we have Arcane the Black Fly. Did a pre-measure on this one, and he is going to just end up right over here. Skeletons here. I actually forgot to bring some back, so I'm going to jump back real quick just to see how many they would have gotten back in the hero phase. 4. Put the units, I put the models at the back, not to give myself an unfair advantage. And then I think I'm just advancing straight towards your hunters there. Moving up to be within range of a guaranteed charge of those hunters. I'll still end up rolling it when it's time for it, though, just to see how far they can go. My big old Morghast, I'm going to send them across right in front of Drycha just to be within that 3-inch charge. Because I Don't want to risk going through the wildwoods and losing them. That's all I'm going to do for movement. So right over to these guys now. See how far they can charge. Charges now. Charging the Morghast. So they're definitely going to make it in. Send them right there. Arcan, how far are you going to go? Pretty respectable 8-inch charge. Able to make it in against the Branch Witch. And then the skeletons there, they're automatically going to be in, but I'm going to roll to see if I can get further than 6, but they've still got that Musician. Yep, you're going to go 8. Skeletons go into there. Right onto combat. I'm going to do the big one that I'm worried about most. We're going to swing against Drycha. Swinging into Drycha, looking for 3s to hit. Good amount of 1s and 2s in there. I miss with half my attacks. Okay, and then I'm looking for 3s to wound you. There's only 3 getting through to wound you. What's your save?
3 up.
3 up, so it's going to go to a 4 up with the rend.
1 rend. 2 go through, so
4 damage total.
Okay, she's got 5 left.
Opting to have the hunters go next and pile in to make their swings. Now they do have a special rule though. If you only
if you move only up to an inch, you can re-roll your armor saves.
Okay, so that's cool. So they're just gonna do a 1-inch pile, and you'll still be able to get.
Yeah, they got a 2-inch reach, so they're still in range.
These attacks are hitting on 3s. The white dice are gonna hit on 2s.
Yes.
So that's the leader's attacks.
And
these are all wounding on 3s now. 12 damage total to my unit of skeletons there, but I am close enough to get the 6-up save for being death. So I'm going to save 3 of them, so losing 9. Doing good damage to that unit. So next we're going to have Arcan go, piling closer to Dryad to be able to make swings against everything. Hunters are fairly terrifying at 5 wounds each, so I think I'm just going to direct everything into them. Starting off swinging with the staff, Zephet Kar. So 1 attack, looking for 3s and 3s. It hits. It wounds. That's a -1 rend, D3 damage.
So do a 4 up, we go to a 5 up, re-rolling.
You're in the forest anyway, so it still would have been a 4 up, but you failed them. So that's D3 damage. For 3. Sorry, that was actually the dagger. Kanesh on is the staff. 4s and 3s. So it hits. It wounds. -1 rend again, so you're looking for a 4-up save. Rerolling fails, right?
Yep, that was a 2.
Okay.
That'll save it.
Next up, 6 attacks with the Ebbing Claws. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. So only 2 hits thus far. Show me 3s though. 2 wounding hits and a -2 rend. So now you're on a 5-up save.
5 up re-rolls. 1 goes through.
So 2 damage.
Okay.
Next up, the 6 attacks from the spirits. 6s are mortal wounds, 5s to hit. So there's 2 mortal wounds in there, and that's it.
Okay.
Kills off 1 hunter, leaves another on 3 wounds left. Next up, Branch Witch going to get the swings in. So you're looking for 3s to hit, 3s to wound?
Yeah, because she's in a wildwood, she gets +1 to hit.
Okay.
So 3s. And 1.
So it does wound.
No rend.
No rend. So I think I'm just on a 3-up save now. Yeah, because I've got the Mystic Shield up. Made it. My turn over here, skeletons are going to pile in and attack. Managing to get 5 skeletons into swing. I'm hitting on 3s because I've got a Death Hero close by. So we've got 3 hits, and then I'm wounding you on 4s. 2 wounding hits, no rend. I assume these guys have what, like a 4-up save?
4-up save, so it's just a 4-up re-rolling. I'm good.
Made them both. Drycha swinging now with the slashing talons, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s.
Alrighty.
Those solid hits. We've got 3 hits so far.
And then 3s. 3 wounds, -1 rend.
Okay, -1 rend is going to put them to a 5-up save. And how much damage?
2 damage.
2 damage, so we've got 1 down to 4 wounds remaining.
They couldn't move. I could do 1 inch, so.
No, you can still do a 3-inch pile in, right?
I can't. Well, if I didn't re-roll my armor saves. I could do a 1 inch, but they only have a 1 inch attack
Hey. Well, let's check that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did have to pick that at the beginning, so no piling for the hunters there.
Out of range. If they move 1 inch.
Oh yeah, they can still move
it.
it.
1 inch, I'll get 1 in.
Okay. Usually
So
want to move
just
up.
go that, there.
So a little bit of a pile-in, and then some swings. Swinging with the quiverlings, you're looking at what, 4s and 4s?
4s and 4s. Okay.
So much for that. End of my turn 3, time for some battle shock for the skeletons. I'm going to lose d6 minus 1. So I'm going to have 3 flee. 1, 2, 3. Starting off turn 3 for the Sylvaneth. Hero phase. Drych is going to try to put a Mystic Shield up onto herself.
So needs to show 6. Got a 9.
Got a 9. I am in range to unbind. Can she only cast 1 spell?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to attempt to unbind that. I get +2 to this roll. So I got to show an 8. And I do, so no Mystic Shield. Thanks, Arcan. You did cast close to a Wildwood, though. So it's on, what, a 5 up, the woods go crazy and try to beat me up?
Yeah. Nope.
Okay. Now for casting the Branch Witch, and try for...
Arcane Bolt.
Okay, Arcane Bolt into Arcane of Black. Show a 5.
Goes.
You get it. So I'm going to have to show a 5 to unbind. Oh, and I don't. So D3 mortal wounds to him.
D3. 2.
So I get to save those on 6s. Nope, no help. Then on a 5 up, the woods go crazy. Beat me up.
Nope.
Okay. Tree Lord Ancient into the moving phase now is just going to advance.
So he goes up to 5 inches. I'm going to try for a long bomb charge.
Yep. Shooting now. I'm going to start off with the Kurnoth Hunters. Who are they going to shoot into?
Skeletons. I got a plan.
I think I see what you're going for
Yep.
here. Okay. So what are they hitting on?
Hitting on 4s with the blue. White 3s.
So we got 1 hit.
Yay! No.
Fails to wound. Alright, so much for the plan.
Yeah.
Start of the turn, we should have figured out what Drych is, so she's going to be...
Sad or happy? She's mad.
That is enraged. So that's double the amount of attacks with the slashing talons?
Yes.
Spooky. Tree Lord here will take a shot over into the Morghast. Hits on 2, wounds on 3s.
2s.
Yep.
3s.
Off the table. Dice going everywhere.
No.
Fails to wound again. Dredge going to do her shooting attack. So on a 4 up, you're going to cause mortal wounds to the unit. And
Yes.
you roll 1 die for every...
Every model, I pick a unit within 10 inches.
Okay.
Every model takes, you roll dice.
Okay, cool. So on a 4 up, causing mortal wounds to the Morghast.
2 mortal wounds.
Okay. So puts this one down to 2 wounds remaining.
They need.
Onto the charge phase.
4.
Thinking about the Dryad, it's going to be a 4-inch charge.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try it. Why not?
Okay.
They make it.
Going 6 inches total. That's what the Dryads look like after charging in. If the Tree Lord Ancient can roll an 11, he will make it in.
Alright, let's go.
Big drama.
Yeah.
Big drama.
Hail Mary.
Don't make it.
Yeah, that's the exact opposite of what I need.
Oh, on to combat. Opting to have Drycha swing first. 4s and 3s into my Morghast.
Morghast, so 4s. Not too shabby.
Solid hit.
And then 3s to wound.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Ugh. Getting a whole bunch. What's the rend?
-1.
-1 rend. So I'm on a 5 up save now. Okay.
Damage each.
Well, I think you just killed him.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh, there goes my Morghast. That went terribly. So we're going to have Arcane swing now. I think I'm going to put everything into your Spellcaster because I kind of want your Spellcaster dead.
Makes sense.
Maybe we will split it up. Because I get... Yeah, no, I'm still at full. How many wounds does your Spellcaster have?
5.
Yeah. You know what? Let's put them all into your trees again. Into your hunters. Starting off 6 attacks going into the bowman. Looking for 4s and 3s from the dragon. So we've got 4 hits so far. Good start. 3s to wound. 2 wounding hits. Rend is -2, so you're on
6
what?
Up.
A 6 up save? Reroll?
5 up because I'm in the...
Yes, yeah.
5 up re-rolling.
Okay, just roll right in front of the Mongol there.
1. No, so it takes 2 damage?
Yep.
Kills 1 off.
Nope, that's down to 1.
Oh.
Now the 6 attacks from the Spirit Host. 5s to hit, 6s are mortal wounds. So there's 1 mortal wound. That 5 up to hit, it's a 4 to wound. Nope, doesn't wound. So 1 mortal wound, so we know at least 1 model is going to go down. Then the attack. I know we took the model off. We're not technically supposed to yet. With Kanesh on, 4s and 3s. So it hits. Fails to wound. And then Zephet Kar, 3s and 3s. Fails to hit. So I just killed the 1 model. But I'll take it. Swinging over here next, these hunters into the skeletons, 3s and 2s.
Mm-hmm. The whites are 2s.
Ugh.
Uh-oh. Oh, that was actually...
Yeah, that was a 2. That's the hit. And then wounding on 3?
Yes, sir. 3s.
And so it's going to be 10 death saves I'm going to have to make. Looking for 6s to save the skeletons. Okay, still pretty good. 4 saves. 6 getting through, though. That's still the unit. Dang, if I'd saved 1 more. Last thing to swing is the Branch Witch.
Normally hits on 4s, but because she's in the Wildwood, she hits on 3s.
Yes, indeed.
And wounds on 3s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds? What's the rend? -1 rend?
No rend.
Okay, no rend. So 3 up save.
2 damage.
2 damage, so then I get the death save. So 6 is to ignore. Nope, so 2 damage. I gain 2, lose 2, so I'm still at 9. Quick sweep of the battlefield at the end of turn 4. Or sorry, at the end of turn 3 as we move on to turn 4. We each still hold 2 objectives. I'm trying to speedily move towards this one over here, but losing those Morghast actually got to put a hamper in the plan. So we're going to roll off to see who's going to go first in the 4th battle round. Death is going to roll a 1. Sylvaneth a 4, so I assume you want to go first?
Of course.
Starting off the hero phase, Tree Lord Ancient's going to try to put a Mystic Shield up onto Drycha. Showing 5 to cast.
Nope.
There's that 4. Branch Witch now, Arcane Bolt into Arcane the Black. Gonna show 5.
I do with the 10.
So, if I show an 11, I can unbind this. No.
So you do D3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
3.
3 mortal wounds, so I get my death save. I get 3 dice on this one. 6s to ignore those. For no help. So that's going to be down to 6.
And then on a 5 up because of the Wildwood Awakening. Yes. D3. 2.
Another 2. So I'm down to 6. Yep, I'm down to 4 wounds remaining on Arcane the Black. Movement phase now. The hunters are going to move to be within 3 inches of Arcane the Black. I assume?
Right. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So right here. Hello.
Kurnoth Hunter here is going to move.
Run away.
You're not actually within 3 anymore, right? So
no, I'm
it doesn't
outside
have
of
to be
3.
a retreat.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just going to move up 5. Just going to pop right there.
Dryad's up next. Going to move. I assume you're going to grab some cover?
Yeah, just trying to get a little bit of a save. So then they're going to move into the Wildwood. So they're just going to go up 7 inches.
I'll grab and cover. We took the tree off. Nobody's taking up the space the tree was in. Just that way we don't got to worry about damaging any models. When do we check for Drycha again? Should we have checked already?
Yeah, we'll check right now.
Okay. Can you remember if it was in combat phase or start at the turn?
It's just start. Embittered, or enraged, embittered.
Okay.
Embittered this time, and I'll remember it.
We'll move over, kind of skirting the Wildwoods to get within 10 of Arcane the Black. We pre-measured it, so you can just go ahead and move her on up.
Just scoots along right here.
Ooh. Tree Lord Ancient over here being all lonely is going to go for a run. 5 plus another
4 for 9.
Okay, total 9-inch move. I get a little bit dangerously close to my Necromancer and all that. So I need to start running this stuff away eventually. Shooting now. The champ from the Hunter is still left alive, so putting shots into Arcane the Black.
Yes, sir.
So it's 2 shots hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. -1 rend.
Okay, so I'm going to go do a 4-up save then. Made it. Now we have Dreicha going for the Squirmlings.
Yes.
So on a 3-up, you're going to cause Mortal Wound to Arcane the Black, and you get to reroll ones.
Ones, because of her ability. Mortal
There
Wound.
it is. So I'm going to save it on a 6. Come on, Arcane, you gotta live, big guy. Nope. So he's down to 3 wounds remaining. Charges now. Kurnoth Hunter's going to charge in.
Yes, sir. Need to show not Snake Eyes. They're in.
Yeah, they're in. Dreicha going to go for a charge. Going to show an 8 to make it in.
Yeah. Join the party. Not.
Oh, there we go. Over to combat, of course. Kurnoth Hunter's going to swing first. White Dice going to show 2s to hit. The rest going to show 3s. That's a bunch of hits.
Oh. Yeah.
These all wound on 3s. Okay, what's the Ren? -1?
-2.
Minus. Ugh. I'm to a 5-up save now. And they're how much damage each? 2?
2 damage.
I think he's gonna die. I didn't pass 1.
That's a lot of ones.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this twice for the death saves. Gonna show 6s. I'm not gonna roll this many 6s, but huzzah! Oh yeah, he's super dead. Oh, Arcan. Oh, that didn't go well. I gotta try to figure out if I've got to win in this potentially or not. Because I think I just gotta kill stuff. Over to death turn 4 now. So, nothing really to do in the... Yeah, there's stuff to do in the hero phase. I gotta do a little bit of casting. Necromancer's gonna put a shield up on herself. On a 5. Getting it. And I'm gonna move... Yeah, because that's it for the hero phase for her. I'm just gonna move up to the corner cover. Corpse Cart, gonna run. 4 plus another 3. I'm just tucking in back there. And Zombie's gonna run. 4 plus another 6 for a 10-inch move. Movement for the Mournghoul is I'm just gonna go up over to be within 3 of the Branch Witch. And no shooting to do, that's right onto charges. Okay, Mr. Mournghoul, get him. Get him. 5-inch charge. I will just charge in like so. Right into combat, I'm going to opt to have the Mournghoul go first, and where do I want to put the swings? Because I'd have to roll like perfect to kill these things off. What's their save?
4-up save. And
4-up save?
Re-rolling because they're not moving.
You know what? Let's go crazy. I'm going to put all the attacks into them. Hitting them on 3s. Okay, so we got 1 miss, but I got a 6 to generate an additional attack. Nope, still misses. Oh, I won't be able to kill them off fully. Now, 3s to cause wounds. Oh, that rolled terrible. Okay, so there's only 3 wounding hits out of that whole big pile. -2 Ren, so you're at a 6-up rerollable.
6-up re-rolling. For none.
Okay, so that's 6 damage. That kills off 1.
1.
Puts a wound onto another, right?
Yep.
Just fixing who took the wounds. Forgot we put the wounds onto the champion. So now you get to pile in and swing.
1 inch.
Yep.
Woo.
Because you opted to have the reroll.
Yep.
Okay, and they are... You get -1 to hit. Because they're bravery 7, I think, right?
Yes.
Yep, so they're only -1 to hit instead of -2.
So this one would still be hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Now this one would be hitting on 5s. And wounding on 3s. 3 wounds.
Okay, and I get my 3-up save. Passed them all. Didn't make a difference. The white dice should have been hitting on 4s, but I saved them all anyways. Yeah, the Branch Witch able to swing now, hitting on 4s, because you get -1 from the Mournghoul and then +1 for the woods.
So hitting on 4s. Rerolling that one.
Oh, that was a hit.
Oh, okay.
That was a hit for days. And then you're wounding on, what, 4s? Or 3s?
3.
Okay, so we got 2 wounding hits. I ignore... it doesn't matter. I ignore it anyways. Okay, 3-up saves. Passed them.
All day.
With that, we are going to roll off for turn 5. I think he got me, but I'm going to go down swinging. So Death is going to roll a 2 for priority. Yeah. Alright, Sylvaneth turn 5. Hero phase for the Sylvaneth. What do you want to start with?
It's Mystic Shield.
Yep. From the branch witch.
Goes off.
Yep, you're getting a Mystic Shield off onto them.
And then on a 5-up, he takes mortal wounds. Nope.
Wildwood's not that upset. And then...
Arcane Bolt from Drycha.
Yep. Onto the Morgul. 5 to cast. Definitely get it. D3 mortal wounds.
2.
Okay, and I get to ignore those on 4-up because he's a Morgul. They just
shrugs him.
He don't care. Morgul. Tree Lord Ancient's gonna move up.
5 inches. Try to take a shot at your Necromancer.
Okay, yeah. The Necro, because what's the range on your shooting?
18. Ah, no, just out.
Alrighty. Doesn't matter anyways. Movement for the rest of your forces. At this point, I think it matters a ton, but...
No, I just want to try to conserve points, so... My Kurnoth Hunters, brave Sir Robin, who bravely ran away.
Kind of thought it over a little bit. Yeah. For the Kurnoth Hunters, wouldn't make as much sense, because on the off chance, because if you run, and I kill that, then I might be able to get into Drycha and all that over there and get you on points, but it's going to be a tough go. I don't know, man. It's either way on that. So, you roll, to be fair, you rolled a 6 when you went to go flee them.
Yeah.
So, you can either take that 11-inch move, flee, or you can not flee them. It doesn't matter.
Well, I got the reroll armor saves, and I've got the Mystic Shield up, so...
Yep.
And
5 up rerolling.
Yeah.
And you've still got, what, 9 wounds left there?
Yeah.
So, 9 wounds on them, 5 wounds on that.
Yeah, so I'm kind of...
You're pretty safe. I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Shooting time now. We're going to start off with the Kurnoth Hunter.
Yep. 2 shots.
Into the Morgul.
Yep. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Same as wounds. 1 wound.
1 wound. 3-up save. Yep. It's good.
Holden.
And then Drycha is going to do...
The little squirmling, so just on a 3-up. Nope.
Okay. And then that's it for shooting.
Yep.
So, anybody want to charge into the Morgul? Feed me points. Feed me points. Oh. So, close combat. Who do you want to have swing first?
Well, let's go with the Kurnoth Hunters because they need to swing.
That's probably smart. Okay. So, the boss is hitting on 4s. Yes. And the other one's on 5s.
Yep. So, 4's here. Not bad. And then 5's here. Not bad.
That's still really good.
Yeah, I was actually impressed.
And then wounding on 3s?
Yes, sir. I'll take it.
Ugh. Okay, 3-up saves. Failed 2.
2 damage.
2 damage apiece. Okay, so I am down to 6 wounds remaining. My swing now. Morgul's going to try to kill the Branch Witch. 6 attacks, 3s and 3s. 6s get to generate additional swings, so I'll take the 2 that I missed. Roll them. Okay. Rule of 1 does beat me out on that one. I double checked it, and yeah, it says that the 6s can generate additional, but the rule of 1 cancels that out. So I'm looking for 3s to wound. Okay, 5 wounding hits at a -2 rend. So what's your base save?
Base is 5, so it would actually be now a 6 because of the Sing and the Wildwood. So 6s for none.
Okay. And
how many damage?
They're 2 each.
Oh, yeah. So
that's dead.
Bye.
And then getting some wounds back for 3. That's it for your turn. We're going to go into my turn. I think I've lost this one no matter what, but let's see if the Morgul can at least kill these hunters off. Just for fun, kill them. Get angry. Hitting on 3s. You're terrible. Okay, we got 3 misses, but there's 1 6 in there to generate an additional attack. It does hit, makes up for it a little bit. And then I'm looking at 3s to cause wounds. Okay. So we've got 4 there. Your shield's still up.
Yep.
So, yep. Looking for a... What was your base?
4s. 4s is my base.
4 is your base.
Uh-huh.
So now you're on 5s.
5s?
Because -2 rend.
Oh, okay. So 5's re-rolling. Alrighty.
Oh, you passed 2.
Take 1, 2 points damage.
2 points damage. Not enough to kill one. And then they get to swing back.
Yep.
So the boss is going to be hitting on 4s. The other one hitting on 5s.
Not as good.
Not nearly as good.
3s? Okay, well at least I got those 2.
Okay, 3-up save. That passes both. And that is the end of the game. You have definitely killed more points than I have killed. Good game, sir.
Yes, good.
Set the camera up, do a little bit of a post-game chat. All right, Denny, time for a little bit of a post-game chat.
All right.
I love how your army looks.
Thank you.
That's super, super cool, Sylvaneth army. So that was definitely a Sylvaneth victory because you did kill more points than I was able to kill. It came down to a couple clutch moments, though. I mean, give me your first impressions. Like, have you played against death armies very often?
Not in Age of Sigmar. I did in, well, I had a Vampire Council army, so it was a little bit scary when you said, I've got 24-inch summoning range, because I'm thinking, I had a Lario in the back corner, and I thought, okay, she's safe. And then you summoned stuff up right there, and I'm like,
oh no. Well, and even, like, I don't think you expected me to be as aggressive with the Necrosphinx right off the bat.
I didn't know it went that fast. It was already all across the table turn 1.
Yep. Well, because you think, you get a 12-inch deploy, it's got like a 12-inch move, and then charges 3d6, pick the 2 highest.
So you should get about 9 or 10 charge at least every time.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to average out to, an 8 or 9-inch charge. So that's what, 24 plus 9. Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
I usually play Destruction, so I like my fast ogres. But yeah, Death's kind of cool. Looking back, I don't know if I was the most efficient with my summoning points. Obviously, the Morngul's terrifying. I think my biggest mistake is I should have sent the Morngul up the middle of the board and sent Arcan the Black after those Dryads on your right flank.
I agree.
I think that was probably one of my biggest blunders. I mean, the Necrosphinx was a gamble right off the bat, but if I could have smacked down that Tree Lord Ancient in the first turn, it would have been easier to hold objectives. So yeah, it was a good back and forth game, at least from my perspective. That was loads of fun. Now, you're relatively new to the Sylvaneth as well, right?
Yeah, I just thought, I've heard online about, we don't see enough Sylvaneth, and I thought, well, this would be a good opportunity to bring some out and show them.
Yeah, definitely kind of cool. I know we're starting to, we've got a little bit of a Sylvaneth army here, but I keep looking over Alarielle's an amazing model. I didn't realize she was that big.
Yeah, she's almost the same base as Archaon.
Like, I seriously thought, like, because this is the first time I've seen one in person, I thought she was going to be, like, as tall as Archaon the Black is standing there. It'll still be an impressive piece, but that's above and beyond. They're doing some fantastic things with the models for this game. So, yeah, overall, loads of fun. You got any final thoughts for the viewers?
If you're going to start a Sylvaneth army, really know your rules. I kept forgetting things halfway through because you have so many command abilities, and then turn 1, I was teleporting all over the table, so I wasn't looking at the other end. I completely forgot I had models here and there, and I'm like, oh, darn it.
Yeah, I know we caught it a couple times, and then there's other times we didn't catch it till, we were almost a full half turn ahead, so. Yeah, definitely a really zippy, fast, cool army.
Hit and run style, I would say.
I dig it. All right, viewers, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Any rules mistakes, feel free to point them out. If there's anything that is kind of more discussion worthy, feel free to send me an email, josh@miniwargaming.com. I do my best to get back to you guys as quick as I can. Yeah, other than that, hope you're enjoying the content. Leave some comments. And as always, guys, happy wargaming. Vault members, click on the link below to see the next game. It'll be Fire Slayers taking on the Beastclaw Raiders. I am super terrified of these guys, but I really want to see what they can do in a game. If you're not a Vault member, you can click on the link below anyways. It'll take you to a 7-day free trial where you get to check out this game as well as every other game we have in the Vault. Everything we do in pairs, so it gives you access to Chris and Janine's painting tips and tricks, all sorts of fun stuff in there. Check it out, guys. And it's the support of the Vault members that, we're able to bring you these games and have certain guests like, I don't know, David White show up.
Hi.
Other than that, guys, keep being awesome, leave some comments, and as always, happy wargaming.